Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Monsters Football. I hope you're all doing well this fine evening, and welcome to our last bit of pre-season content before the main event tomorrow and Sunday. It's the start of the new Scottish Premiership season. It's the start of the new Scottish season, and everything is on a high. Fans are back in football stadiums, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And I'm here today to bring you my SPFL League predictions for 2021-2022 Cinch Premiership season. This is going to be the Scottish Premiership season. I'll get another one out for the Championship later on, if you want to see that. But yeah, welcome aboard. Welcome to the stream, and I hope you're all doing well. Welcome aboard this ship because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Because you might disagree with some of my opinions, you might agree with some of my opinions, but this is just my opinion. So don't take it to heart. There is no Fergus today. He is on holiday doing his own thing, but he'll be back tomorrow for the new season. But yeah, Hearts and Dundee are in the Premiership now, so it'll be interesting to see where I think they will finish. But yeah, without further ado, let's crack on into the stream. So there's 12 places in the Scottish Premiership, and I'll go from bottom to top as usual. And we'll get to the top two in a minute. Okay, so in 12th place, a lot of people have gone with this team here. I put Motherwell in 12th place. They weren't that good last season. I'm not gonna lie. They really underperformed last season. I don't think under Graham Alexander they haven't done much this year in transfers. And even if they brought a couple of players in, they still have to gel together with the other team. I don't think they'll do well this season, especially the performance from last season and at the end of at the start of 2020, just before COVID happened. They weren't even that great. So I put Motherwell in last place. I think they're going to get relegated to the Championship, like Kilmarnock did last year, and I think they'll have to rebuild from there. But yeah, that's who I think is going to go down this season. In 11th place now, this is a controversial one. In 11th place, I have put Dundee United. Now, I know Fergus is not going to like that one. That's why I put it out here why he's not here. I don't think Dundee United are going to do too well this year. I think they're going to get a scare. It was their first season back in the Premiership last year, and they did alright. They finished ninth in the Scottish Premiership, just above Ross County and under Motherwell. And I think they're gonna finish in the playoff position this year. I think they'll stay up, but I don't think they'll go any higher than 11th place. Their new manager, they lost Mickey Mellon, obviously, and their new manager hasn't had any real experience in managing job. He's young and he did the youth team, so it'll be interesting to see whether he makes it to the end of the season. But I think that's where Dundee United are going to finish. Now, in 10th place, we have the other side of Dundee. We have Dundee, newly promoted Dundee FC, Dundee Football Club. I think Dundee will just edge it above their rivals this year in 10th place. A comfortable finish for them. Newly promoted back in the Premiership. It's nice to see both Dundee teams in the league. But yeah, I think Dundee will just make it above Dundee United. They've got quality players like Charlie Adlam, Jason Cummins, Liam Fontaine. So yeah, I think they'll have a solid season and finish in 10th place. Now, in 9th place, we have got Ross County. I think this is the highest. I think Ross County will finish this season. They finished 10th last season. I think they'll just go just above that in 9th this year. Obviously, Motherwell, Dundee United, not going to have good seasons this season, and Dundee just newly promoted. I think they'll just take advantage of that a bit and finish 9th place, which would be a good strong season for Ross County, especially after the last season when they lost their manager and brought in Yogi Hughes. But yeah, That's where I think Ross County will finish this season. In 8th place, I have gone with Livingston. In 8th place, I go with Livingston. They got into this. They got into the semi-finals, and final of the Scottish League Cup last year. They lost to St Johnstone, but yeah, they had a good season last year. They finished 6th place mid-table last year. I don't think they'll finish mid-table this year. I think they'll fall back on a good year they had last year. But maybe if they go on a cup run this year, I think that'll really contribute to their fatigue. And yeah, I don't think they'll have a good season as they had last season. Livingston, I think they'll finish 8th place, especially with teams like Hearts now in the league, and St Johnstone had a really good year last year. But yeah, in 7th place, I have gone with St Mirren. Now, St Mirren finished in 7th place last year, so I think it'll just be another average season for the Saints. Nothing much to say, really. Ever since they came up, they've never really had an outstanding season. But yeah, I think they'll finish average 7th place in the table again. Mid-table, I've gone with Hearts, newly promoted Hearts. You may argue they were undeservedly relegated last year, but they had a good season in the Championship. They ran away with it, and I think they'll finish mid-table this year. They've signed a couple of players. I think they'll need to gel a bit in the squad. They'll need to gel, but Robbie Nielsen could be the man to take Hearts mid-table this year. Maybe on a cup run, maybe to Cup Glory, maybe Scottish Cup or League Cup. But yeah, in 5th place, I've gone with the cup holders, Scottish Cup winners, and Scottish League Cup winners, St Johnstone. They had a brilliant year last year, and if they're able to hold on to some of the players that they've got, I think they will have an outstanding year this year. They finished 5th again last year, and I think they'll be able to rectify that again this year. So in 4th place, I have gone with Aberdeen. Yep, I've gone with Aberdeen in 4th place. Once again, I think they won't be able to make it above Hibs, Celtic, or Rangers. But I think they've got some quality players, obviously under Stephen Glass, and Scott Brown, and Scott Brown being a player coach as well. So that'll be his last season in playing career, I think. Scott Brown, but they got really good players. Lewis Ferguson stayed, so yeah, I think it'll be a solid year this year for Aberdeen, especially with them being in the Europa Conference League, being able to hopefully qualify would be good for Scottish football and them as well if they were to play Europa Conference League football until December. Then that'll definitely contribute to them not being able to play a couple of games in the Premiership. So yeah, I think 4th is a reasonable place for Aberdeen. Now in 3rd place, I have gone with Hibs once again. I think they'll finish in the same place they did last year. It'll be another outstanding season for Hibs, especially if they were to get into the Conference League as well. Because if Hibs and Aberdeen were to both get into the Conference League group stages, they'll be able to get £2.5 million or something like that in their bank accounts, and that would be brilliant for the stability of both sides. And yeah, I think Aberdeen will go on a bigger cup run than Hibs this year. But Hibs will be able to solidify that 3rd spot for 2 years running. Now the interesting part, Celtic and Rangers, who is going to finish top? Well, I've gone with Celtic 2nd and Rangers 1st. I think Ange Postecoglou, his Celtic rebuild, I think he's a really skilled manager and he knows what he's doing. His philosophy of the game is outstanding. He was always a better player. He's always a better coach than he was a player, and I think he'll take the Scottish Premiership by storm. But that storm will gradually get more and more stronger, like Steven Gerrard did with Rangers. I think Rangers will win it again because they've got an outstanding team. Celtic have signed a lot of players, but they need to gel. So yeah, I think Celtic will be 2nd, and Rangers will get number 56, or they're number 2, whatever way you want to look at it. But yeah, Rangers are going to be the champions. Motherwell are going to go down. Dundee United in the playoffs. Rangers, Celtic, Hibs, Aberdeen, and St Johnstone in the Europe places. I think St Johnstone won't qualify for the Europa League unless they pull off a miracle against Galatasaray on Thursday. But yeah, it's that's my Scottish Premiership predictions. I hope you have enjoyed, and I thank you all for watching the stream. See you.